There's something about orange and vanilla that instantly takes you back. Summer evenings, ice cream trucks in the distance, the first bite of a creamsicle melting just a little too fast in your hand. Now imagine that nostalgia grown up. Tonight, we're turning that classic flavor into something smooth, creamy, and party ready. Not just one martini, but a full pitcher batch designed to pour beautifully, shake frothy, and impress everyone at the table. This isn't just a cocktail, it's a moment. The soft citrus aroma of fresh orange juice, the warm sweetness of vanilla vodka, the silky swirl of cream blending everything together into a sunset colored pour that looks as good as it tastes. And the best part, we're building it the smart way. Pre-batched, balanced, and shaken per glass so every martini hits cold, smooth, and perfectly frothy. Whether you're hosting a summer gathering, a holiday party, a girls' night, or just want something that feels special without complicated steps, this pitcher method gives you elegance without stress. 3 martini glasses, a chilled pitcher waiting in the background, fresh orange slices catching the light, and that creamy pale orange color that practically glows against the marble countertop. This is nostalgia flavor elevated. So grab your shaker, chill your glasses, and let's build a creamsicle martini that tastes like summer, but pours like a celebration. Welcome back to Cooking with Rod. Let's make something unforgettable. Slide your martini glasses into the freezer like you're setting the stage. Cold glass is everything here, because the first sip should feel like a clean, frosty snap. Bring out the vanilla vodka and measure it slow and steady. This is the backbone, sweet, smooth, and warm like dessert notes that linger. Now the orange liqueur. This is where the cocktail gets its bright candy orange edge, just enough to remind you of that creamsicle bite. Pour in the fresh orange juice and let the color wake up. The aroma hits first, real citrus, not syrupy, not fake, just clean and sunny. Measure the half and half and keep it cool. This is the creamsicle moment. The silky texture turns citrus into velvet. Set out your garnishes, orange twists, wheels, whipping cream if you want that full dessert vibe. This is your finishing touch, your signature. Pre-chill the pitcher with ice water like a pro move. You're not just mixing, you're controlling temperature, texture, and the final pour. Dump the ice water, dry the pitcher, and you've got a chilled canvas ready for the batch. Cold pitcher equals cleaner flavor and better consistency. Add the vanilla vodka to the pitcher, watch it glide in. Smooth, clear, and quiet power. Add the orange liqueur, the scent shifts immediately. More citrus, more energy, more brightness. Pour in the orange juice and let it swirl. The color turns into a pale sunset orange, soft, creamy, and inviting. Stir it together until everything looks uniform and silky. No streaks, no separation, just one smooth creamsicle wave. If you're serving now, add the cream and stir gently, slow enough to blend, careful enough to keep it smooth. The pitcher becomes dessert-colored perfection. Fill the shaker with fresh ice. That sound, ice clinking in metal, means it's go time. This is where cold meets cream. Pour a serving of the pitcher mix into the shaker. The liquid is thick enough to look luxurious, but still fluid enough to shake clean. Seal it up and shake hard like you mean it. You're building foam, texture, and that frosty chill that makes this drink feel premium. Pull a glass from the freezer and hold it for a second. The cold fog on the glass is the cue. This is gonna hit right. Strain it in, watch creamy orange ribbon pour smoothly into the glass. Thick, glossy and perfectly pale. Garnish and frame the moment. Orange twist, maybe whipped cream crown, because this cocktail isn't shy. It's dessert in a martini glass. For make ahead, seal the pitcher and slide it into the fridge. The batch waits there like a party in progress, ready when you are. Let it chill fully. Cold time equals smoother sips, tighter flavor, and better shake texture later. When it's time to serve again, add cream fresh to the shaker and bring it back to life, because the best froth is always made in the moment. For the frozen version, load your blender like you're building a creamsicle storm. Mix cream, ice, and all ready to transform. Blend until it turns into a soft orange slush, thick, creamy, and spoonable. This is the grown-up popsicle phase. Pour it out in slow motion. The texture should mound and settle like a frozen milkshake with a citrus glow. Finish with garnish and serve immediately, because frozen perfection doesn't wait. This is summer in a glass right now. Before reserving, whisk the pitcher gently. Bring everything back together, smooth, unified, and ready to pour like the first round. Pour a fresh portion into the shaker, because every glass deserves that just made energy. Add fresh ice, not melted ice, not old ice, fresh. This keeps the cocktail bold and creamy, not watered down. Shake again, hard and fast, until the shaker turns frosty. The frost is your proof, cold, aerated, and perfectly mixed. Strain into a chilled glass and garnish like a finale. Smooth, creamy, bright, nostalgic. One sip and it tastes like a creamsicle, but it pours like a party. When you build a cocktail like this, you're not just mixing ingredients, you're balancing memory and technique. A creamsicle martini is deceptively simple: orange, vanilla, cream. But the difference between sweet drink and elevated cocktail is control. Let's break down what makes this one special. The citrus balance. Fresh orange juice is non-negotiable. Bottled juice leans flat and sugary. Fresh juice brings brightness, natural acidity, and aromatic oils that lift the cream instead of getting buried by it. Vanilla is the anchor. Vanilla vodka is what makes this drink taste like a creamsicle instead of an orange smoothie. But here's the key. Not all vanilla vodkas are created equal. If the vanilla is artificial or overly sweet, the drink becomes heavy. Look for one with warmth and subtle spice, something that feels like vanilla bean, not candy extract. You want smooth, not syrup. Cream control, half and half, gives you the silk without overwhelming weight. Heavy cream makes it richer, almost milkshake-like. Whole milk keeps it lighter and more cocktail forward. For pitcher batching, always shake per serving if cream is included. Shaking builds microfoam and emulsifies the dairy properly. If you skip this step, the texture falls flat. Froth on top, that's not a decoration, that's structure. Temperature is everything. This drink must be cold. Cold pitcher, fresh ice, frozen glasses. Warm dairy dulls the citrus. Cold dairy sharpens it. The frost on the shaker isn't authentic, it's confirmation. When your shaker turns icy on the outside, you've reached that proper dilution and chill. The shake matters. This is not a gentle shake cocktail. This is a hard shake drink. You're aerating cream, you're integrating citrus oils, you're creating texture. 15 to 20 seconds, full force. You should hear that ice crack and tumble. That sound, that's quality control. An orange twist, adds aroma before the sip ever happens. Express the peel over the glass. Those oils wake up the nose. Whipped cream turns it into dessert mode. Use it when you want indulgence. Want a pro-level touch? Microplane a little fresh orange zest over the whipped cream. It looks refined and it smells incredible. Pitcher hosting strategy. If you're serving a crowd, batch the alcohol and juice. Keep the cream separate. Shake each serving fresh. This keeps the flavor bright and the texture consistent from the first guest to the last. You don't want that final glass tasting heavier than the first. Consistency is hospitality. Some frozen variation insight. The frozen version leans nostalgic and playful. It becomes less martini, more grown-up creamsicle shake. If blending, reduce the cream slightly and increase the ice gradually until the texture mounds softly but still pours. Too much ice, it's icy. Too little ice, it's soup. You're looking for that velvety slush. Flavor profile breakdown. First sip, bright citrus sweetness. Mid-palate, vanilla warmth. Finish, creamy, soft, and lightly frothy. If it feels heavy, increase the citrus slightly. If it feels sharp, increase the cream slightly. Balance is adjustable. That's the beauty of a cocktail like this. The final bartender truth. This drink works because it taps into nostalgia, but executes with technique. It's familiar enough to feel comforting, elevating enough to feel special, simple enough to batch, refined enough to impress. That's the sweet spot. And when the pale orange martini hits the table, cold glass, whipped crown, orange slice glowing in the light, it doesn't just look good. It feels like a celebration. That's how you turn a childhood flavor into an adult showpiece. And that's how we do it on Cooking with Rod. And just like that, the pitcher is lighter, the glasses are empty, and the room feels warmer. That's something special about a cocktail that makes people pause mid-sip. Not because it's strong, not because it's flashy, but because it tastes familiar. That orange glow, that smooth vanilla finish, that creamy texture that feels like summer melting into evening. This Creamsicle Martini isn't complicated. It isn't overbuilt. It isn't trying too hard. It's nostalgic, elevated. It's the kind of drink that sparks conversation, the kind that makes people say, wait, that tastes like my childhood. And that's the magic. We took a simple flavor memory, orange and vanilla, and treated it with intention. Proper chill, balanced sweetness, clean citrus, a hard shake, a beautiful pour. Because even the simplest drink deserves technique. If you made this for a party tonight, you didn't just serve cocktails, you served an experience. Cold glasses clinking, whipped cream catching the light, orange slices bright against the marble, that pale sunset color glowing in every glass. That's not just a drink, that's atmosphere. So whether you're batching this for a celebration, blending it frozen for summer heat, or shaking a single glass for a quiet night in, remember, control the temperature, balance the sweetness, shake with confidence, garnish with purpose. Always make it look as good as it tastes. If you enjoy this build, there's more coming. More pitcher batches, more elevated classics, more nostalgic flavors turned into something unforgettable. Until the next pour, keep your glasses chilled, keep your flavors balanced, and keep cooking with heart. This is Cooking with Rod, and I'll see you in the next one.